Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday. In today's video, I'm so excited to just be hanging out with you guys. It is New Year's Eve and I'm in my house in my PJs, and I figured I would just like hang out with you guys, have a glass of wine and get ready with you guys, testing out all of the new makeup that I got for Christmas. To be honest, most of everything in this video is stuff that my parents blessed me with for Christmas. So if you guys want to see what my parents got me for Christmas, watch this video. A lot of this is all new makeup, so you guys are gonna see a first impression, plus a super chatty get ready with me, some deep talks, some talks about mental health, some talks about childhood. So if you guys just truly wanna hang out with me and just have a good time, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, hang out, sit back, relax. This video might be long, but I encourage you guys to watch it all so that way I can feel like we're like bonding. You know what I mean? So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, you want to hang out with me, you want to test out some new makeup, then definitely please keep watching. But before you go anywhere, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. So yeah, stay tuned if you want to see how I got this makeup look. Alright guys, so I was literally talking for like 20 minutes and realized I wasn't recording this whole time. So we are here, we are ready to get started. I'm ready because it is New Year's Eve. Alex and I are just staying in and I figured I would do a full beat face. I haven't broken out this bad since like I was 20. If you guys have been following me for a while, you've seen my skin go through it and I kind of have PTSD from it. So let's just pray that this is temporary, but it is what it is. So I got so much new makeup. I literally have all of my new products here. Most of these were gifted for Christmas. Some of them I picked up from Ulta and Target. And the product I'm most excited to be playing with is this one right here that my amazing mother got me for Christmas. I don't know how she got it because it was sold out everywhere. And it is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Look at how stunning she is. So I can't wait to dig into her. So let's get started. I already primed my lids using my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I thought I had shown you guys it, but then I realized I wasn't recording. Now I need to find a clean up brush that I do not have because I was supposed to clean my brushes, but I keep putting it off. But you know what, tomorrow, first day of 2021, my brushes are gonna be clean. I kinda wanna do a vlog of all the things that I have been putting off. What are some of you guys' New Year's resolutions? I have mine. Mine is to start getting up earlier. I did start to do that this year. Now my goal is to wake up at like 6 or 6:30 a.m. And then like we'll slowly go up to like 5 a.m. But I really want to start to get a lot more done earlier in the day. Again, I've been like super stressed. I've had a lot on my plate and I just feel like if I get up earlier, I won't feel as overwhelmed. I'll have like time to, you know, ease into my morning, get stuff that I need to get done before work and after work and all of that. Wow, that's kind of cool. This palette has it, like the names of the shades are where you place it. So like there's this color called Transition. There's a color called Crease. Ooh, maybe I should try following it, how the palette tells. All right, we're gonna start with Transition. I love my Natasha Denona palettes because they just blend out so good and take like zero effort. But yeah, Alex and I had to stay in today because we were exposed to somebody who tested positive. So yeah, we are quarantining for 2 weeks. So I'm literally doing my makeup to sit in my living room. Thankfully, the person that got it is doing okay. I'm just praying that it won't affect anybody else. So yeah, Alex and I are supposed to get tested on Monday. How was you guys' Christmas? Did you guys like do anything or did you keep it super low-key? My Christmas was really good. I was super blessed. Next, I'm going to be picking up the shade Blend with my MAC 221 S brush. It's this nice like medium tone brown. And I'm just going to be putting this right beneath of that previous color. You guys, I'm so excited to just sit on my couch and have Chinese food this New Year. It's so crazy because I look back at pictures from last year of celebrating New Year and it's been eerie. Like, am I the only one that feels that way? Like, I literally look at New Year's from last year and I'm just like, little did we know. But for me personally, New Year's has always felt pretty eerie to me. Ever since I was like a kid, I don't know why. It was just like so scary, the unknowns of what's gonna happen. So much has seriously happened this year. It's been crazy. Like I literally moved to a different state. What? I bought a house. I got a new job. I got, well, the same job, but I got promoted within my job. Despite everything that's happened, I've been blessed, but it definitely wasn't all like sunshine and roses. Like there were some super challenging times this year that literally just forced me to lean on God and trust him. Or when I was furloughed from my job, when this all started, like that was terrifying because there's literally so many unknowns. And like luckily right when that happened, that's when YouTube started being like a job for me, and I started to finally see, you know, income and stuff come from it. So it's just crazy how much God has shown up. And even like with the move here, like that was so up in the air for so long. Also, like we didn't know for sure if we'd find a house right away, and like God has just seriously blessed us. But it's kind of crazy how I feel like the enemy has been trying to like take that from me recently and just like build in a lot of fear and anxiety for me, because it's just like there were so many unknowns all year long, and I just remember like keeping faith in God, and just like God was helping me through. And I feel like that's also why Alex and I were so blessed, was because we just like made sure not to lose faith and to just like trust God. And he literally went above and beyond for us, like not even exaggerating. Everything that we have right now, it's glory to God. Like it's not us, it's not anything we did. It truly is all glory to God. So, but it's just funny because it's like now that we're all settled and things are fine, out of nowhere, that's when like anxiety and fear was starting to kick into me, and I was starting to feel depressed in a way. I don't even know. And it wasn't even about moving. There was really no explanation for it. And I really feel like it was just like the devil being like, look, nothing's working. Like, I gotta do everything I can to make you feel defeated, even though you are beyond blessed right now. So finally, I'm starting to get to the other side of that, because I've just been like really praying about it. And then now that we're forced to quarantine, I feel like this will just help me reset. Obviously, it was not planned or intentional, but you know, I think that this time will just give me time to just refocus. All right, next up, I'm going to be taking the color Smoke with that same MAC 221 S brush. Maybe I should do like a halo eye. I feel like I've been doing the same kind of eye looks lately, and I want to switch it up. Outer portion first. I have found that whenever I write down my resolutions, they're just so much more likely for me to stick to them. I feel like whenever I write it down, I'm like, it's way more set in stone in my head that I have to. Like, it's so weird. And I would always hear people say that and it didn't make sense. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So unnecessary. But it's crazy how real it just becomes way more of a reality. So I encourage you to do that. Like, if there's anything in your life that you've been putting off, or, you know, you say you're gonna do but you haven't gotten around to do it, physically write it down. It will make such a difference. It just, I feel like, helps keep me more task oriented. I'm not really big on like manifestation. Like, I don't really agree with that, because I feel like that whole notion is more teaching you to be like the god of your own body, and like whatever I say I will do. But me, I'm more for like what God's plan and what God's will is for my life and his desires for my life. But anything that I want to do to like improve myself, I'll write down so that I can go toward that. But then I pray. Well, I recently started doing this because I was like, like it's a very fine line, and I'll just pray that God will remove any desires from my heart that don't align with his will for my life. So I definitely encourage you to do that. If you're a Christian, you have goals and stuff, always pray about them. Write them down if it'll help you keep you more task oriented, but then also pray and make sure that, you know, what you're striving for is what, you know, God has lined up for your life. And that if it's not what he has lined up for your life, then just pray that he removes that desire from your life. All right, so now I'm gonna take the color Lash Line. So I'm gonna take it with a small pencil brush. You want something super dense, that way it really packs it on, and then we'll go in with like the previous blending brush to like diffuse it out. I'm gonna pick that up and start it at the lash line, that way it doesn't get too dark too high up. And then once most of that product is laid down, I'm gonna take that previous blending brush, start blending her. Go back in with that first color, transition again, and just use that to diffuse everything. Alright, so for the center of my eyelid, I think I want to do traditional like silver. So I'm going to take the color called Inner Corner, but we're not using her for the inner corner. This one right here. I'm just going to take my MAC 195 brush. Ooh, this is so pretty. Let's see, I'm gonna take a smaller, this is like a Wet n Wild shader brush, and I'm gonna take the color Outer Eyelid, This one's a little bit more like bronzy. We're gonna tap her like right here and here. And I'll go back in with the brush that has whatever left over of that middle shimmer. We're gonna blend. Back in with my blending brush and just blend that a little more. I'm gonna go back in with the darkest color and my pencil brush and just retouch up in here. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to this side and I'll be right back. So I actually wanted to take this Morphe 2. This is a jelly eye shimmer. So I'm so excited. I kind of want to just do this as like a light topper just in the center, just to give a little bit extra of a pop since it's New Year. And I'm just gonna pick some up on the back of my nail first. That looks disgusting. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand first. Just want to like lightly dab it on the center of my eye. I don't want anything crazy. It's like a soft little sheen. Maybe I'll pick it up with the brush. I feel like it's not. There we go. Definitely applies better with the brush. I'm gonna take the shade Lash Line with a angled brush and I'm just gonna do a light wing across my eye. I feel like the more I'm doing this look, the more I'm realizing I feel like I did a look just like this, but whatever. It's not really about the look, it's more about the products and just like chatting it up with you guys. So for the face, I picked up another one of my CoverGirl Clean Fresh foundation. I just got it 2 shades lighter because my other shade was a little bit too orange for me right now. So I'm hoping that this will work. Oh yeah, this looks, ooh, she's a little bit very light. So this one's pretty light, but I could always mix it with some of my previous color. And then I'm really excited about this. I probably should have opened this up before I put foundation on the back of my hand. But I saw Sonia Kashuk had like new brushes, or at least I think they're new. And they're a part of the Radiant collection. Quality looked amazing. And this was only $9 and it just like looked super amazing. I know Sonia Kashuk makes some like bomb brushes for such a good price. And then I also got this because it reminded me of the Huda Beauty foundation brush that I've been dying to try. Ooh, and it's nice because it also comes with a little brush container. All right, so I feel like this is a little bit too light. Like I'm pale, but not this pale right now. So I'm probably gonna mix in a little bit of my other. This brush just feels so soft. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of my darker color because I also feel like I just need more color. And then this time I'm just gonna like pat it on my skin. So this brush is okay. Gets the job done. I was hoping it'd be like more fluffy. So now I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I love this for cream contouring, and then it's also great whenever I want to cream contour, but just give my skin some extra coverage. I'm just gonna do a nice little rainbow on my big old forehead. I'm gonna also put some like right here on my cheekbone. I'm actually gonna use the same foundation brush to blend this out. We're gonna feel like this brush like picks up product. I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna be using my MAC 159 brush to blend out my cheeks. I don't want my foundation to look blotchy. And I'm just gonna like pat it right on my cheekbone to lift. I'm gonna take whatever's left and work it underneath of my jawline. Now I'm just going to contour the sides of my nose using this small little like toothbrush looking brush. I always like to like do hair like strokes and blend this into my brow. That way it like fades really nice. Wow, this brush just made it so much easier. So now I'm going to be taking my Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Nude. And I'm gonna apply that underneath of my eyes. I'm gonna let it sit for a good amount of time just so that way I can get the most coverage from it. I'm going to put some underneath of my contour just to kind of like clean it up a little bit. And then with my e.l.f. beauty sponge, I'm gonna pick some up in the back of my hand, push this into the skin. So I'm gonna use this to start blending out the nose contour, and I'm just gonna like push it into. Next, I'm just gonna take some more of that concealer and just put it out here just to brighten this up some more. Alright, so now I am so excited because I finally got the NARS liquid blush. I cannot wait to try it. It sounds super liquidy. I'm gonna work it on my Morphe JH04 brush. Just, ooh, she's super liquidy. So I'm gonna tap it back here. Ooh, that's so pretty. And then just bring it in. All right, so I am kind of obsessed with this blush. A really pretty subtle glow and just melts right into the skin. So once I have that there, I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Wand, and I'm just gonna take a tiny bit on the back of my hand again. I'm gonna work it into my sponge and then just put that like I would a normal highlight. My cheek, oh, it's such a pretty glow. I hadn't used this for a little bit, and when I started using it again, I just like forgot how pretty it is. So I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. Matte Magic setting spray. All right, so to set everything on my face, I'm gonna be taking my Kokie translucent setting powder. Kokie recently sent me a bunch of these to stock up on because they know how much I love them, and I am forever thankful. Thank you, Kokie. I'm gonna start off by taking a little bit with my beauty sponge and just locking this in place. And what I love about this powder is that you can bake with it and it does not get cakey. I'm also going to set underneath of my jawline and then just do a creepy smiley face and then cup it around. I actually learned that from Lauren Giraldo. I watch her vlogs and she was saying that in like a get ready with me, and it just helps like define the cheek more. All right, so now we are just going to bronzy face. For bronzer, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix foundation powder in NC45 as bronzer. But the exciting part about this is I got the Hourglass dual-sided brush for Christmas. If I wouldn't have gotten this as a gift, I would have never purchased this on my own because this brush is expensive, but it blends like a dream. Anyways, I'm gonna do a light sweep of this with the fluffier side. It fuses the bronzer perfectly. It's just so stunning. Well, my parents actually got me this for Christmas. You guys, they really spoiled me this year. I'm not even lying. I don't know if it's because they missed me or what. I just feel so blessed. Like, it was always so great because I feel like growing up, my sibling, well, actually, not my siblings, my sister and I, my brother was spoiled. Kidding. We were never really like spoiled. We were always like taught the value of money. Like, we didn't just get whatever we wanted, but for Christmas every year, like that was when my parents would make a point to just like really go above and beyond. And so like they would just always tell us like, you know, all year round we knew not to ask for stuff because like for Christmas, that's when, you know, they would like set aside our budget to go all out, and they always gave us a budget. We had to stay within that budget, which honestly I feel like just helped us for adulthood. So I forever appreciate my parents. It's like we're adults now and we still get spoiled on Christmas as if we were kids. And I'm just blessed and I'm thankful because I know that's not the case for a lot. And it's even like weird. I'm like, man, I'm 25. Like, so would you really be asking me for a Christmas list? But I love my parents. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for sponsoring today's video. I'm just gonna sweep away my under eye fade. Yeah, and I just feel like my parents are always like super honest with my sister and I. So like years when they lost their job, I remember there was like a year where they both were out of work. I was probably like 6. And I just remember them like sitting me down and like talking to us about like, okay, this is the case. Like, we're not gonna have cable for a little bit, like your Christmas might not be the same, blah, 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 or just like being like super raw and honest. And I remember I was only 6 years old, but I remember just being like super understanding, and I wasn't scared because they always like provided no matter what. But I just remember like, it gave me a sense of reality so that like I knew what was going on. And I appreciate that because I feel like a lot of times parents try too hard to shelter, and then, you know, you go out into the real world not realizing all the hardships that go on. Whereas like with me, they were very like upfront about it and like told us what was going on without scaring us, and like they told us like what they were gonna do to help get through it. And so I really appreciate that. So shout out to Ixie and Daniel for being great parents. I should like bring them on here for a story time. I mean, they're in a different state, but speaking of my parents, like they had both me and my sister at such a young age. They had my sister at 16, me at 18. They got married super young. They stayed together. I hope they don't mind me sharing all of this. They definitely had ups and downs, but their story I feel like is definitely a testimony. I'm just taking the color blend and blending that on my lower lash line, and I feel like definitely super inspiring. I should definitely bring them on here to talk about that. My dad would never though. My dad would be mortified, but maybe I can get my mom. Maybe just to like help other girls out. I'm also gonna take some more of that color and just blend it in here. I was actually talking about it with my mom. God took a situation that normally isn't too promising, blessed them tremendously. My sister and I, although they got married so young, and we were by no means like wealthy, we were true like just middle class family. My parents worked so hard. However, my sister and I never went without anything, and we still got luxuries that most people in that predicament would not get. And it was great because I feel like we appreciated it. I never felt entitled to anything. Like I was truly always so appreciated. Oh, my face is finally coming together. All right, I'm gonna do another spritz of my e.l.f. setting spray. And I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette and just use that to highlight. Well, you guys saw my skin before, right? Look at it now. Everything's covered, but it's not like too matte or heavy. Holy moly. Wow, Janelle, you've really learned. All right, so now we're going to set my brows in place. I feel like I've been filming forever, but this has been just so therapeutic. All right, so I'm taking my Got To Be Glue brow gel, comb this through my brow hairs. All right, and then now I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows using my MAC Shape and Shade brow pen. I wanna do them like super natural, but I feel like I always end up going overboard even when I try to keep it super subtle. Sure enough, I said I wanted to keep them subtle, and here we are. All right, so now I'm gonna take the same color that we have in the center of our eye, and I'm gonna take a tiny bit with a small brush, pop that. All right, now I'm just going to take my Physicians Formula eye pen, and I'm gonna use that to extend my inner corner just a tiny bit. Also just going to do a small little flick on the end here. I'm gonna get my lash glue ready because I might apply lashes, I might not. We're gonna see. I'm gonna play it by ear, see how it goes. I'm gonna get her ready though, just in case. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I feel like normally whenever I'm filming makeup tutorials, I'm getting ready for work and I'm like rushing and, you know, trying to like hurry up. But this is like the first time in a minute that I've just filmed a makeup tutorial, just like chilling out. And I love it. I was kind of getting tired of makeup because I didn't have like time to just like sit down and play. Now I'm going to coat my lashes with my L'Oreal Voluminous. So I'm putting this lash primer on first, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna coat the back of my lash. I saw this girl on TikTok do that. Well, I saw her do it with mascara, where like she put it on the front of her lash, then let that dry, and then she coated the back of her lash. So I tried that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, imagine if I did this with the primer too, then my lashes would really be popping. And I did it and it worked. So now that my lashes are somewhat dry, I'm gonna coat the back of them with the same lash primer. And then just go up again. All right, you see how that like just lifts them? All right, so now we gotta let them dry once again. All right, so then for my mascara, I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in dark brown. You guys, this mascara is bomb. All right, so now I'm gonna coat my lashes. These are my lashes now, so now I'm gonna coat the back of them. All right, we're looking a little clumpy, but it's fine. Last but not least, we are going to finish off the lip with a pretty lip combo. My parents, they also blessed me with the Pillow Talk lip combo. So I have the shades Medium 2 Pillow Talk. I'm excited. I have the lip pencil and lipstick. I've been dying to use these. Let's get to lining. Why is my line always so crooked on my lip? Gosh, this packaging is everything. Like, hello, Charlotte Tilbury. All right, and then to soften things up, I'm gonna be taking my NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. I actually recently got this and I'm excited to try it out. Alright you guys, so that wraps it up for this New Year's Eve Get Ready With Me. I literally feel like I've been sitting here for like 10 hours, I'm not even kidding. But it was so much fun just hanging out with you guys. Since my New Year's will be spent in just chilling out, it was just nice. I felt like I'm hanging out with friends and just talking with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below what's going on in you guys' life, what you guys are doing for New Year's, how your Christmas was. Like, I really want to feel like we're just catching up. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me test out some new products and just hanging out with me. I love you all so much. I truly pray that you all have such a safe and blessed new year. I pray that 2021 will be much more gracious to us. And if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.